All right. Peace, family. I should be live right now. Should be live right now. I don't have a guest, so I need to know if y'all need to hear me. Usually I could just ask the guest, can you hear me? But since I don't, I need y'all to tell me if you can hear me. So family, let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Before I proceed, let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Yeah, let me know if you can hear me in the chat. And I lost my phone before the show. I don't know where I put it. I don't know where I put it, family. You can hear me? Okay, good, good, good. All right. They saying they can hear me. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see y'all in there. All right. Seeing if I see a lot of new names tonight. That's good. Maybe the show title got some new people in here because I'm seeing new names. Wow, I'm looking to see if I see familiar names, but I'm seeing a lot of new names in here tonight. That's a good thing. Jay's Fit Life Plant Based Quickies. All right. That's just a regular supporter, Barbara Sanders. Shout out Barbara Sanders. And shout out to everybody who is a new supporter. You know, everybody who supports on the regular, on the reg. And shout out to everybody who's a new supporter. All right, as usual, let me get to a few ads, commercials, black businesses. Make sure you'll support them. They all got amazing product. Oh, and I'm opening up for people to promote their products and services and business again. So I'm going to give information. Probably next show I'll give information on that. But I'm opening up for the people for the month of May. I stopped it around the Blueprint for God Power workshop, and I didn't pick it back up yet officially. Just a couple of people that I know personally, like Vicky Dillard doing her thing or King Simon, but I'm going to allow the general public to promote again. So I'll stay on the lookout for that. I'll be having information on that real soon. All right, so we're gonna get to a couple of commercials. Make sure you hit that like button, it's important. And we'll be right back for an important show tonight. All right, family?
Hey there! Had a bad dream? I have dreams too. Some parts are scary and some parts are fun. Always remind yourself, it's only a dream and everything will be okay. I had a dream about being in a forest too. Check it out, my pet Petey was with me. Order your copy of Kayla Petey and the Forest on Amazon today.
Here, aka Goddess Guru, let me tell you something. When you think about magical people that seem to be manifesting the life of their dreams, those that have enough resources to do what they're called to do, and it just seems like the universe unfolds for them, it's no accident. Many of them are working with supernatural tools. I have created such a tool with my 2023 Angels Unleashed calendar. Go to VickyPlanet.com, buy them by the dozens. Let me see you there.
It's the numerational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now.
All right, and we are back. Like I said, shout out to everybody in the chat. This is a show, as you can see by the title, it's just an announcement, not a big show with a big guest speaker, but just an announcement for the family. Important one at that. About, I talked about this, alluded to this last year, me doing something like this. Me, Red Pill, and Supernova, we still plan on doing a workshop, a relationship workshop. My brother Red Pill got the app. He's coming out with a relationship app, Conscious Connections. So it's something that the community will tackle within the next couple of years, because that is the foundation of everything that we're talking about. Now, hold up. It makes no sense to not experience certain things in this life and have this knowledge. The reason why we attain this knowledge is to utilize it to have certain experiences while we're down here. So, we're not using it just for, what they call a mental masturbation, or, just for entertainment. We want this information, this ancient sacred knowledge, so we could actually utilize it for not only our benefit, but our family And it keeps, once we benefit ourselves, we could benefit our family. If our family benefits, then we could benefit the rest of the community. And that's how it works, you know. So with that, you know, an important part of our community is us and our relationships. You know, the Professor James Small said God is the man, woman, and child, you know, and there's different variations of that. You know, some people practice polygamous lifestyles where there's multiple women, or some women practice lifestyle where there's multiple men, or whatever it is. But you get the point when I say, or should I say, Professor James Small say the definition of God is the man, woman, and child. It starts there, and we start procreating, and before you know it, we have a community. You know, the Johnsons and the Smiths and the so and so and the so and so. Next thing you know, there's 20 different families that started out with man, woman, and child, and now you got a community because there's 20 different families. You know, like I said, the Merritts, the Johnsons, the Smiths, you know, the Tonys, the this, the that. And you know, we built these families, and then we join, and next thing you know, we have a community. But it don't start from the community to the family, it goes from the family to the community. And unfortunately, we're in a world, social media is so toxic when it comes to men and women, so toxic, especially when it comes to black men and black women, that you would think it's hopeless out here. You know, if you are single, or if you are looking for love, to experience that feeling that we call love, you would think it's absolutely hopeless out here. So, you know, we want to shine a brighter light on relationships, and we want to offer help for those who may need it. Now, keep in mind that no relationship is perfect. And I was being transparent with y'all when I told y'all my toughest time in my relationship is what I'm experiencing after I had my son. And my son is 4 years old, you know, bringing a child. And that's something that a lot of couples deal with. And that's something that is a big, something that needs to be discussed in the black community as well. There's so many things that need to be discussed. But when a child comes into this world, a woman's hormones change, the man may change. You know, the time gets divided even more amongst each other. You know, time's already moving by fast. Now you got an extra soul there to give you attention to, and then another soul, then another soul. So many things that you know, needs to be discussed and you know, talked about in our community that we could work on to improve upon. And we just need a place that we could go to. You know, there's a lot of data apps out there. They don't really cater to, I would say, our needs or the frequency that we are on. We on that God frequency. We on that, you know, we're supposed to be on a higher frequency. You know, knowledge of self. We eat a certain way, you know. So, oh, what's up? I see Corey, what you talk? The man gets jealous. Oh, you talk about with the kids. Okay, I see what you say. Yeah, shout out to Corain Water. Shout out to Corain Water. She said the man gets jealous when a child comes in the picture. And yeah, I've definitely heard that. I've heard men tell me that they've gotten jealous when they've had a child with a woman, because they felt as though, they don't get the attention they used to get. And I've also heard vice versa. So yeah, definitely there's definitely a lot of truth to that, and that needs to be discussed. On Corain, shout out to Sister Corain. That needs to be discussed. But like I said, there's so many things, but we don't have nothing that caters to us. And I said in my last show that I'm real blessed to have incarnated in this realm in Harlem, New York City. My soul, whoever I am, I'm ancient. Like I always tell you, I know I came before the sun, moon, and the stars. I'm like primordial type shit. And I decided to incarnate in Harlem, NYC, and that was the Mecca of Black consciousness. Not anymore, but it was the Mecca of Black consciousness. And it was like, you go there and you got a plethora. I mean, books here, like everywhere you turn around, there's information being disseminated to the people. So, me gaining knowledge of self may have been easier than somebody who was born in Nebraska and there was no internet around and all their neighbors was white and they didn't never heard of the 5% nation. They never seen the Nation of Islam try to sell bean pies and hand out newspapers. You know what I'm saying? They was never privy to any of that stuff. So me being born there, I have a little bit of a responsibility to the rest of the world. And not only that, being born to the mother that I was born in and giving me knowledge itself and playing tapes like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan to me when myself and my sister, when we were young, exposed me to a level of loving myself as a Black person that maybe the average person wouldn't be exposed to and grew up and have an inferiority complex. I am supremely confident and I'm thankful for this position and role I play. And I just want to give back to the people. I want to help the family. And like I said, there's no such thing as a perfect relationship if you are looking for that. And I've heard speakers talk about the whole Walt Disney Prince Charming story that Disney promotes to Black women and how it's destructive to their psyche because it teaches them that there's a Prince Charming out there. So the women go out there, they have high expectations that never get met, and they never get with nobody because their expectations are too high. And a lot of teachers talked about that and I've heard not just male, female as well. And I totally get that. And I agree that there's, narratives being pushed, especially about what the Cinderella complex, that's what they call it. All right. Somebody said the Cinderella complex. Yeah. I'm caught in between that because I totally get that point. And I agree that a lot of women got fooled by that narrative and their expectations are too high. But at the same time, I myself am a delusional optimist. Like I am delusional. I'm delusional when it comes to my optimism. But I had to be that way to get out of where I came from. I came from the projects. I came from the ghetto. I came from poverty when I was young. So your imagination has to be greater than your reality to escape it. So I had to tap into something that I couldn't see. I had to tap into something that I couldn't smell. You know what I'm saying? Something besides the aroma of the project staircase. You know what I'm saying? I had to tap into, some bamboo sticks or, some nature, something like that in order to escape it. So my whole point is that I get that point, but I'm a delusional optimist. So I'm going to think that I could get it whatever I want as well. But I will say this, family, and this is honest. Me personally, if I'm going to give somebody advice or if I'm going to talk to somebody about relationships, depending on who I talk to, I will give different advice. Why? Because where you are in life, you're not going to understand certain things I say. So let's say if there's a woman who's just analytical, she follows statistics, she reads the paper, she's a career woman, she went to a sorority, and she's part of this collective consciousness. I would tell her, sis, your standards can't be too high. I don't want you to be 40 and whatever. Since there's good guys all around, which there are. There's wonderful brothers who work the garbage truck. My uncle worked sanitation. My uncle worked sanitation. He's a great dude. And he had a problem. He got married, and his woman, he ended up getting divorced about 15 years later because his woman felt like their life was boring. So she wanted to divorce my uncle. After she divorced my uncle got with another woman. He had a baby. They never had a child. They was together 15 years. They never had a child. He immediately got with a woman and had a child because he realized he wasted all this time and he never had a child. So he had the child with another woman within 5 years of his divorce. And after he had the child, his wife came back to him and wanted to get back with him, wanted to break up whatever new that he had going on. Because she was like, oh shit, I done fucked up. I done left this boring life. I went to the other side, and these niggas is savages out there. Let me go on back to this boring life I had, because that's way better than what's out here. But it was too late by that time because he had a child and he had moved on. So women like that, I would tell them, listen, be appreciative, which we all should be appreciative, but don't be too picky and understand, what's out there. Now, if a sister, like, let's say we got the witches out there, like sisters that say they witches and they tapped into the spirit, or just sisters that spiritual, they don't want to go by that term, just sisters who's tapped into the spirit or to that God essence, I would tell them, not if they're single, I would tell them that, what I would tell them is that what you want, the man that you want does not come, or even the brothers out there, the man that you want or the woman that you want doesn't come from this dimension. So don't tell me, oh, there ain't enough men out here, so I gotta steal a man from this other sister, or oh, the brothers is locked up, so I would tell the sisters who's heavily tapped into spirituality, what you want doesn't come from this dimension. It comes from the quantum world, and it gets projected to this dimension. So you have to find that man or that woman that you want in another dimension, which is the dimension of your imagination, and you have to project it here. Now, there's no rule. There's the rules in that dimension is different from the rules in this dimension. So you don't have to go according to analytics. You don't have to go according to facts. There are no facts in that dimension. You create facts from that dimension, but there are no facts in that dimension. What's a fact in this dimension? That dimension comes and crushes that shit like a piece of paper. They're like, oh, this is a fact. You can't do this. You find something in that dimension, you project it down here. You crumble that shit. Then people in this dimension looking at you like, wow, how did he do that? Why was he able to do that? I was able to do that because I didn't follow the rules of this dimension. I went to that dimension and I got what I wanted and I projected it here. So I would talk to that sister differently because she's supposed to be tapped into the spirit realm. So there's no such thing as there's not enough men. There's infinite possibilities in that realm. There's no such thing as that there's no good jobs. There's no such thing as that the white man is holding me back. In that world, the world where I come from, infinite possibilities. But when I grew up, they told me since I came from the projects and since I came from a single parent household, black woman, and since I came from the projects, my chances was not slim next to none. But I don't follow the rules of this dimension. I don't follow the rules of this dimension. So I would talk to people differently depending on where they're at in life, because you can't be arrogant and tell somebody something that you know they haven't tapped into yet. So I'm not, it depends. I could say, yeah, there was a Walt Disney narrative and you shouldn't be picky, but for some people, nigga, be delusional about what you want. Tap into the highest of highs, the holiest of holies, or however that saying goes. It will vary from person to person, but that's that. But we're doing this, and you have to be honest with who you are and where you are mentally. If you know you're not tapped into something like that, then be honest with yourself and say, you know what, my belief system just isn't as strong yet. There was times when I had to be, there's still times today where I got to be honest and say, yo, my belief system just isn't there yet. So I'm not going to even focus on that because I'm going to get too much resistance, or I'm not going to try to imagine that because there's going to be too much resistance. But we have these fancy titles once we become conscious. We call ourselves Osiris and God and all of this. So we try to tap into things that we know we don't believe in yet. So let me see. Let me get rid of. Give me 1 second. So we just got to be honest with ourselves, and we both made a lot of mistakes, and they plotted on us, and there was a worldwide conspiracy on us, a global conspiracy on the black family. That's facts, and don't let nobody tell you you a victim if you ever express that. There's nothing wrong with expressing the trauma or the trauma that you've been through. What's wrong is when you stay on that frequency and you don't rise above that, or you don't realize who you are, that you're greater than that. But there's nothing wrong with expressing the trauma of white supremacy, the trauma of molestation, the trauma of whatever you've been through. It could be whatever you've been through, abuse. physical abuse, emotional abuse, verbal abuse as a child. There's nothing wrong with expressing that. Don't feel as though you got a victim mentality if you express it. If you was a victim of police brutality and you express what the police are doing to black man, you don't have a victim mentality. If you talk about it, what I want you to understand is that you shouldn't let that vibration dominate you, and that you should realize that your vibration, your essence, your core, your being is greater than that. That was just an aspect of your experience in this realm to get you to a higher level. So yeah, we got to tap into something way greater than what we could see. But with this dating, so saying that to say, like I said, Red Pill, the dating app, I want to do a dating show, and I want us to at least, if I just help one person, one couple get together or find love, I succeeded. If I just sparked, the positivity, because there's so much negativity surrounding relationships. If I could just cause you to think more positive about love and procreating, then I won. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to solve the world's problem, the black community's problems, but I understand that as I build a multimedia empire, that it's got to be way greater than me just sitting here asking questions show after show after show after show. I want to do different things. So this is why, like with some shows, I bring the people on now and I do question and answer. This is why I do things like that, because I understand that, I want to do different things to continue to grow. And, media is the number one tool of mind control right now. It's the number one. It's the best thing they got going on now, because they can't just throw a nuclear bomb like maybe they want to. So the media is the best they got going on right now. So we have to counter that. And I won't even say counter. I would just say we have to learn from how they use the media for negativity and destructive behavior. And we have to use the media, to create a heaven on earth, to create love, to create high vibration, high frequencies. As 19 Keys say, to create high level conversations, whatever you want to call it. That's what we have to use our media for. So being responsible, and I'm understanding that, relationships is, suffering immensely right now. I would love to bring something to the table, as well as other brothers and sisters in the community, to help our people rebuild back up what we have, what we have lost focus of what's important. So yeah, so with this dating show, let me put my email for those who are interested. Let's see, what's the email? I created an email, blackmagicshow@gmail.com. And I'm going to be reminding y'all, if those who are interested, email me, blackmagicshow@gmail.com. I don't have the name for the show yet. I remember last time I mentioned to y'all was giving some good names for the show. But yeah, I haven't thought of a name for the show yet. But email me, blackmagicshow@gmail.com. Me and my team, we're gonna have a vetting process. We're gonna try to match people up as best as possible. So once you tell me you're interested, first of all, it probably won't air to May. It probably won't start to May. I'm gonna do a lot of collecting. Yeah, my emails. If somebody say your email is about to blow up, I hope so. But I'm gonna, we gotta reach out to people. We gotta vet people. We gotta make sure people aren't the best of our ability. There's no guarantee, but we got to make sure we do the best. Like, we'll ask a person a series of questions to see what they want or what they're looking for, and try to best match them up with somebody. And we're going to do a show, and people who are compatible, and we're going to do something interested in that, or spark the imagination of other people to do, other content creators to do other things like that on YouTube and other platforms. And next thing you know, shit, we're gonna be hooking up left and right with like minds. Like I said in the beginning of the show, a lot of us are born in these towns that we on a high frequency. If you watch this channel, obviously most of y'all, but it's gonna be worldwide. Somebody said worldwide, statewide. It's gonna be worldwide. Just like Just like, there's apps, Tinder. It don't matter where you are on Tinder or stuff like that. You could connect worldwide. We'll ask you things like, like, say y'all contact me and my team, say you're interested. On the form, it will ask you, are you interested in a long distance relationship, or are you more focused on a relationship in your area? Now, if you tell me you're more interested in a relationship in your area, that may narrow your chances, but that's what you want. So you got to be honest about what you want if that's what you want. So, they may, like, say if you're in New York or Atlanta, you may have a better chance of finding somebody in your area that we could focus on, and we could bring you on the show, and we could bring people from that same area on the show. But if you are in an area that there's not a lot of people, you may say, "Shit, I'll meet a nigga in Nebraska. I mean, in Iceland, Finland, or Australia. Who cares? South Africa, and I live in New York. I don't care. I just want to be able to talk to somebody of like mind. Then we could bring you on the show, and it don't matter where the other people are from, because you're interested in a long distance relationship. So we'll figure it out. We're gonna get it together. Yeah, where did I put? Let me put this back on the screen. The email. Hold up, y'all. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Give me a second. Where did I put this? Where this went? Okay, there we go. Yeah, we'll figure it out. And when we send you back the form, just answer it. Just be honest. Just be honest about what you're looking for. When is the app coming out? I don't know. I'm not, like I said earlier, I'm not coming out with an app. I said Red Pill is coming out with an app, but I'm not sure when. You will have to contact Red Pill, Jasmine. What I'm doing right now, what I'm focused on right now to start with, is a show. But Red Pill, and I'm sure, a lot of people got ideas for, I think Billy got something on his app. Billy Carson got something on his app. What's his app? I forgot the name of his app, but I think he got something in terms of relationships as well. So there's all types of stuff already out there. I know I got an amazing influence, and I know a lot of people watch my show. I get a good amount of views, so I know I can have a good impact on this thing. I want to what I want to do now, I want to Unite the 99. Yeah. Billy's app is Unite the 99. I think he has something on his app right now. What I want to do though is I'm interested in getting some ideas or just thoughts about this whole relationship thing. Like I said, this thing on the internet, man, this thing is crazy. I'm seeing people, some people that I had on the show before, but I'm seeing the most craziest shit on the internet. This relationship shit is making people like, yo, it's like, it's wow, it's interesting out there. So, we have to understand, like I said, what's the foundation of society and what's the most important thing. For me at least, when I go out and I come back, my home is my headquarters. So, like I said, it's been rocky since I had my son now. So when it's rocky, it kind of throws things off a little bit for me. You know what I'm saying? And the point is, you want your relationship to be as solid as possible. You know what I'm saying? I'm like I said, I was born in Harlem, I'm privy to this information. I'm blessed enough to been in a relationship for almost 18 years. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not an old man. You know what I'm saying? So I did my thing, in terms of, my mission down here and be an example. You know what I'm saying? There's no, so I'm just, I'm thankful for everything I've got to experience. And like I said, with this app, just like with my shows, I want to give back, and I want the family to experience, that love frequency, the high vibrational frequency. and we're gonna do it. Like I said, the point is I'm building a multimedia empire, and relationships is definitely going to be one of the focus of them. I told y'all before. Also, if you're a regular listener, I told you about doing a cooking show, and that's going to be on Patreon. That's still coming to Patreon. And I thank you to all my Patreon supporters. That's coming sooner than you expect to Patreon. But things like cooking, learning how to cook again, things like relationship, couples therapy. Yeah, that workshop. We was gonna have a therapist at this workshop with me, Red Pill, and Supernova get that together. Because we all could use some therapy. I heard somebody say something. I thought I put that with the email on the screen. Oh man, let me write it again. Give me a second. Let me write it again. If you are interested in being on the dating show that I'm going to premiere on this channel probably in May, hit up my email, family. How many we got? 906. Yeah, we don't have as much people as we usually have. This is something that either people in relationships or they don't really care. Some people doesn't really interest them when it comes to, they want to hear about flat earth and things like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. But this is something that I feel as though is more important than a lot of things that we focus on as a people. A lot of things that we focus on as a people. And some people won't realize this to 3 lifetimes from now. It'll take some people 3 lifetimes to understand certain things, and that's okay, because we all have an eternity to figure this shit out. If it take you 20 lifetimes, 20 from now, to figure out how to use your imagination, don't worry. Don't worry. We got forever to figure this shit out. We got eternity to figure this out. Don't worry if somebody is conscious this lifetime and they got to pop in and they're a leader of a community and this and that. Just be honest with yourself. Be a good person at heart, and you'll get there. Maybe you got a younger soul. Maybe it's going to take a little more time, but all we got is time. Don't worry. We got an eternity to figure this thing out. So don't take nothing personal. We all eternal, immortal beings. What I want to do real quick, family, I want to get a sister on here. I know I've been bringing you on here. Y'all told me, a couple of people told me the last show I had with Dot and Griff, y'all told me I was rushing the people too much. Because my policy with the Q&A is I want y'all just one question, because I want to flow. I like my show to flow. I don't want rambling. I don't want things to become stagnant. But y'all told me I was rushing the people too much, and I don't know. I don't think so. I'm gonna stick with the one question policy that I have when I do that segment. This is not that segment, but when I do that segment. But I don't want y'all to feel that way. I want you to understand what I'm trying to do. But I'm just sending an email. What email? Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know what she mean. I don't know what Jasmine. I don't know what you mean. I put the email up, but somebody said, "Is building really possible?" I will want you. It was fast. My questions are never. I mean, my shows are never long. I'm never gonna be on here for 3-4 hours. I got other obligations, so that's why I have to. I can't let every person speak for 10 minutes in an hour. Where with 1 hour we'll have like 3 people on the show. That should be boring as hell that way. You know what I'm saying? But somebody said, "Hell yeah, too much Russian." Yeah, DJ Red said, "Hell yeah, too much Russian." Damn, I don't. You know what's messed up? I can't find my phone, and I don't know how to pin it from the StreamYard thing. But yeah. Oh yes, yeah. Somebody else said one question is not enough. Yeah, I mean, that's everybody's opinion. Like I said, I want to get on as many people as possible, but I'll keep everybody's opinion in mind. Considering that the shows are only an hour and a half. Yeah, that's our order and structure. That's the perspective that I'm coming with. But I'll keep everybody's opinion in mind, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what feels right inside. But I'm gonna keep a one question, but maybe I might, I'll figure things out. You know what I'm saying? I figure things out. But I just want y'all to know I do hear y'all, and I'm trying to Yeah, I'm just trying to, I like my shows interesting. I like my shows to be electrifying. I like it to flow. Yeah, somebody said bring on Floor Braun. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the sister's name right. I heard of her a while ago. I haven't seen her show in a while, but I've been hearing about that sister's sister for years. But she would be dope on the show. I don't know how to get in contact with her. I'll YouTube her name and maybe just leave a comment on her YouTube. I don't even know if she's still on like that. But I remember years ago, I know that sister was on YouTube, but I haven't seen her stuff in a while. But shout out to that sister. I do know she's on. I have heard of her before. I see, some people y'all tell me about. I haven't. Oh, Karain said, yeah, bring on Karain. Bring on. You like her too, Karain? She doing her thing out there. Yeah, I heard of her. I heard of her years ago, and she has some. She's like I think she's like a female Delbert Blair, where she deals with like extraterrestrials and stuff like that. I think from what I remember. But but yeah, I'll look into it. Yeah, I'll look into it. Yeah. Uh One question is fine because other people have questions as well. Yeah, that's my whole outlook on it. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna look into it. But listen, damn, how do I I'm gonna put a link in the chat. I want to bring up right now what I want to do. I want to bring on and to get back to the whole dating thing and the whole relationship thing. I want to bring on a sister and a brother. I want to have a conversation real quick with a sister before I get out of here. I want to have a conversation with a sister and a brother. So if one of the queens out there don't mind coming on the show to build with Brother Rich about where we're going with this relationship thing, your thoughts on it, the show I'm bringing up, the app Red Pill's coming out with, click on this link and I need a brother. I know there'll be, and I'm just bringing one sister, one brother on. I want that male and that female, that electric magnetic energy. I want just three of us to politic real quick about this thing, you know. So I didn't even share the link yet. And my mouth dry. I need some. I was about to say I need something to drink. I got water right here. I just put the link in the chat. I can't pin it because I don't have my phone, but I'm hoping y'all able to click on it. I just put the link in the chat, family. It's in the chat. I need a sister and a brother to come on the show real quick so we could kick it real quick about this relationship thing. And I know the brothers is ready. The brothers is already behind the scene. I see a brother right now. But sisters need a little more time to beautify themselves. We dealing with the species of beauty. So they they may need to fix their hair or something. Brothers just be like, nigga digging up his nose, dialing at the same time. Yeah, brother Rich. Oh shit, I'm up my nose. Niggas don't care. But I know the sisters, y'all need to beautify yourself before y'all get on here. Sister, I got my bonnet on. Come in with your bonnet, sister. I'm not Monique. I'm not Auntie Monique. I ain't gonna get on you. Auntie Monique said, don't y'all come to that airport with them bonnets on. Shit. She said, leave that shit at home. I ain't Monique. I ain't gonna judge you. You want to come here with a bonnet on? You do your thing, sis. I'm a black man. I'm with a black woman. I know what that bonnet is about. My girl don't wear it outside, but for the sisters that do, it's all right. I mean, I ain't got no sisters in the I ain't got no sisters in the chat in the back yet. I just got brothers. Or somebody, it says righteous daughter. I think it's sister right there. Before I continue, shout out to I was about to say Mr. G because when I think of health, I think of Mr. G. What's his name? What's the brother? Dr. B Serious. Shout out to Mr. G too. That's my brother right there. But Dr. B Serious, shout out to that brother. He just gave me the Master Mushroom Tonic. My girl don't even know I got this yet. He gave this for my girl, the Sacred Womb Tonic. I need y'all seeing it before she's seeing it. So after the show, I'm gonna show her this. I got that and this, and I got some other stuff. Shout out to the brother KT. I'm still on that honey hard. Honey, like I said, it's the best thing, one of the best things I ever tasted before in my life. Yeah, so shout out to the brothers in the health community, helping out people with that. That's very important. What water is that? This is, y'all seen this before. This is Mountain Valley Spring water, bottled in the Washita. That's Washita. You hear the right here. You see this word? Y'all hear the Moors talk about that a lot. That's Washita Mountains, USA. And what I like about this water, what I like about it is that because it's from the mountains, it got the minerals in it. The calcium, magnesium, potassium, it got minerals in it. It's not because it's bottled allegedly naturally at the source. And it tastes good. You know, I can taste the difference in waters that I taste, that I drink. And I love the taste of this. I love this. The favorite water, the best taste, this. You know what water I like, yo? That's good. And I don't know about the pH or this or that. The taste is good. It's Voss. I don't know if y'all ever drunk Voss water, especially when it comes out the glass. Voss water is real good. But this is like one of my favorite waters. There's another one. Forgot the name of one. Fontis is a good one. Fontis is a real good one. But listen, let me get. Hold up. What y'all? Voss is good. Let me get a sister on here and a brother on here real quick. Let's talk a little bit about. I'm trying to see the face. Let's talk a little bit about. Hold up. What's your name? What's your name, Queen?
It's Crystal, but my friends call me M to the E.
Okay. All right, Crystal. All right. I don't want to mess up the other things, so I'm a Crystal. Give me 1 second, Crystal. Let me get a brother on here. All right.
Okay.
Oh, somebody said I tested Voss. It was acidic. I love Voss. I don't know. I'm gonna look into that. Yeah, Voss is very crispy. Yeah, I love Voss water. I love Voss water. Let's get a brother on here. I got Crystal on here. Let's get the first brother on here. Let's get Hey Rue, Dre. Where you at? Where this brother at? Hold up. Hey Rue, do you hear me, brother?
Yes, I do. What's happening, brother Rich? How you doing today?
Peace. Hey Rue, how you doing, brother? All right. So, like I said, I wanted to get y'all. So y'all heard the show so far, right? Both of y'all. What's your opinion? Because you know, even with the brother Kevin Samuels, highly controversial. I told the people, me and my girl used to watch it and laugh and debate about things. We don't get so uptight about everything. We understand why both sides would be upset or be triggered by some of the things he said, but there's so much talk about relationships, so many forums, conversations with black men coming out black women, so many forums, conversations with black women coming out black men. So my goal, like I said, is to help. I don't know if you want to say fix the problem or just help people find their tribe, find out somebody who resonates on their level. Social media could be overwhelming, it could be intimidating, it could be crowded, it could be a lot of noise on it. And I want to have like a centralized group discussion so we can find who we may be compatible with. I want to ask y'all, Hey Rue and Crystal, as a black man and as a black woman, what's your thoughts on what you see the conversation taking place right now when you hear about relationships in a black man and a black woman? And Hey Rue, you start, then I'll let the sister come on.
Oh, I'll let the queen start first.
Okay,
that's right. Okay.
I appreciate it. First of all, thank you, Brother Rich, and thank you, Hey Rue. Oh, well, one, I think the app itself is just a great, wonderful idea. As a single woman in this world, and black woman, melanated woman, I feel like there's definitely a disconnect between us communication wise and just maybe even us finding each other. I know for myself, on my journey of really doing my self-healing and doing my self-work, I can sometimes isolate myself and it's hard to get out into community. even though I'm in New Orleans where plenty of community, is also, can be a lot of noise that can make things cloudy. So I definitely look forward, because I think there is a need for an app like this, or just people in the conscious community, or I would say self-aware and aware community, to just connect and find tribe. Like, I'm excited. I'm really so excited, because I think this is going to just connect people in so many different ways.
Excellent, excellent. And hey, Root, could you add on to that, brother?
I think that this is a good opportunity, especially for the conscious community. I feel like, well, I believe that social media is really ruining a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to relationships. I feel like a lot of people have opinions, but they don't really have like facts to back up their opinions about relationships. And I talk to my friends about this a lot, because I'm having trouble dating people, because it's really hard to date people that's on your frequency and stuff like that. And I would say, like, too many people are worried about what's going on the outside, instead of worried about what's going on like within themselves. And I also feel like, there's a war going on, like purposely going on, that they're purposely trying to pit Black women against Black men purposely. Like, you got too many podcasts talking about, oh, a woman not gonna want you if you ain't got this, that, and the third, or a man not gonna want you if you got this, that, and the third. Like, since when has it become a competition for a Black man and a Black woman? Like, you're supposed to come together and build off of that. But we're not doing it no more. It's like, I gotta have more than you because I want to be superior. I want to dominate you because the world is built off of masculinity. But now the roles has changed now. Like, the women are becoming more masculine and the men are becoming feminine. So it's like, it's a whole thing to where, like, we need that proper balance. We all have the energy. And I feel like we all have masculine and feminine energy, not traits. Like, people get that confused all the time. Like, it's not a thing to where, like, you're acting like a woman or you're acting like a man. No, it's a complete energy. That's like one of the laws of the universe, the seventh law of the universe, the law of gender, masculine and feminine. So I think that we definitely need to get back to that balance. And we lacking that heavy.
Do y'all think this is to Crystal and Hey Rule? Do you both of y'all, I assume, are single based on what you said? Do you think that you are too picky sometimes when it comes to dating or relationships?
You want to go first?
Now you go ahead and go first. I want to hear what you got to
say. Yes and no. So I don't think that I'm too picky. As I've gotten older in my wisdom, I've learned to be more aware of what I'm allowing and accepting in my life that doesn't align with what I asked for and who I want to be. And so for me, it became more about, I am this person, right? And I want to attract a certain person. So for myself, am I making sure that I'm being that person to attract that person? Because I noticed that I'm attracting a certain type of individual, even though it may seem like a different person. There's a lesson there that I am supposed to learn and attracting. And also, when you said earlier about like being a delusional optimist, about like, my person is out here. I know my person is out here, and I know my reflection of love exists in the simple fact that I exist and I know who I am. Right?
Okay.
I
dig that. I dig
love,
that. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So
I like
know my match is out here. And it's funny. I was just telling a friend of mine, like, I feel it. Like, they right around the corner. Like, and sometimes I had to question whether they were in this dimension, whether they even just reached that frequency yet, on what level we're gonna meet. On a point to like you had a person on here, and I don't mean to go completely off topic, that were doing the palmistry. And
Lloyd Strayhorn. Yeah, Lloyd.
yes,
Yep.
Ross
Yep.
Strayhorn. And just even looking at certain markers in my life where I'm like, okay, it's coming.
Mm.
And I know it's coming. I can feel it's coming. So I would say no. I think people can be too picky when they aren't willing to be what they ask for.
Say that again. Say that one more time. Hold up, Crystal. Say that one more time. Crystal. You sharp with it. And now I'm not talking about book sharp. You a different type of sharp with it. What you said?
I feel like people are too picky and they ask for too much when they aren't willing to be what they ask for.
Damn.
Like,
I like that.
Damn, that's deep, because a person who is not on that level, they would be like, wait a minute, that's a contradiction. If you don't understand it, that's some deep shit. Okay, Crystal. How you single? Hold on. How the fuck you single, Crystal? With that type of mindset?
I would say I've definitely done a lot of self-development and isolating myself, because I was one of those women who were with a man who was like perfect on paper, right? And that kind of boring life. And I always find myself being like, I'm also very spiritual in a way where I kind of receive dreams, and I would just kept receiving these things. I was like, no, this ain't it. And I kept questioning, like, what is going on? So I took a lot of self-discovery in myself to really dig into like my triggers or traumas or just things that, like, am I seeing it for what it really is? Am I really understanding? So I just took a lot of time to grow within myself. And also I'm not very trusting of a lot of people.
Okay.
So
all right.
Yeah.
So hey Rue, your thoughts on are you too picky, my brother?
Yeah, flat out. Yeah, I try not to be. I really don't. I feel like everybody deserves a chance, but it's hard because I mean, it's certain things we can't say because I don't want your channel to be blocked, but that's one of the things that's kind of like messing people up a little bit.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yo, hey Rue, big time. Yeah.
So
yes.
And I've dated a lot of women that, took that option or whatever. And it's like I haven't. And
they ain't want to mess with you no more?
No, I don't want to mess with them no more.
You said, no, I don't want to mess with them no more.
No, I don't want to mess with them no more.
I know who you are. Yes.
I'm the type of person, I'm going to ask the uncomfortable questions. I don't get off into like the common questions. Oh, what's your favorite color? Or what you like to do? No, I'm going to get to like how did you grow up? Like, what is your personal development? What do you do when you by yourself? Are you a people person? Are you a people pleaser? I ask all these questions. I ask the uncomfortable questions because that's what makes a deep conversation. And I feel like a lot of times they don't know what to talk about outside of what's important. And it's funny because I had a conversation with my uncle about this earlier. And I remember telling him a while ago, I said, I have a problem dating women. He was like, why? I said, I feel like where I'm at spiritually and mentally, a lot of women are not where I'm at. And it becomes hard because they talk about a lot of irrelevant stuff that doesn't benefit me. And I said, I don't try to sound like I'm bigger and better than everybody. No, I don't feel like I'm bigger or better than anybody. I'm equal to everybody that's on this planet. Like, I'm not smarter than anyone. I'm as smart as anyone. And I feel like people should always have the mentality like nobody's better than you. We all put one pants leg in at a time. So with that being said, it's just hard dating women who not really spiritually in tune with themselves. And when you're not in tune with yourself, you can't find that feminine divinity in you to bring out the masculine divinity in me, which I display that all the time. And it's like, but our frequency is not matching. Like, I feel like I would be not dumbing myself down, but lowering my vibration just to match yours. And I want you to elevate mine as much as I want to elevate yours. And I feel like, and it goes back to what I was saying before, like it's too much of a competition going on. Nobody wants to build anymore. It's like a rat race in a sense. Like
Mm.
I gotta get to it before you do. I gotta do this and do that. And it's like
Okay.
we are running the same race, but instead of trying to compete, why don't we help each other get to the finish line? We all got common goals. You know, we all want to live a life where we at peace. We want to live a life where we financially free. You know, I believe love is out there. I think love is out there, but it's hard. It's hard now because we got too many people that's brainwashed. We do. And you know, we coming into this time now in the Aquarian age where a lot of us are shifting to the fourth dimension if we're not already there. And some people are going to be left in the third dimension. It's like, so how do I find who's shifting over with me,
Right,
and who's not?
right.
So
Okay. I got a couple more questions before y'all. A couple of quick questions. Number one, this is a quick question. Are y'all vegan? Are both of y'all vegan?
no.
Yes.
You're
And
vegan? Okay, because my next question was gonna be, or I guess this will be because hey, Rue is not vegan. Crystal, are you open to dating a man and becoming, because you're a deep sister? Are you open again with a brother who's not vegan?
so
And he may
that is
want some
also
chicken sometime when you know what I mean? When you eat, he be like, baby, I know you don't eat it, but make me the chicken tonight, baby. You
And
know?
look, I work out, so I need that. I need
You
some of that stuff. But I
get it.
don't eat pork. I do not eat pork
Okay, so
at all.
I got a question for you next then, hey, but for now, Crystal, are you continue with, yeah, go ahead, Crystal. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
So that is a challenge of mine
Yeah.
because so also I'm not like complete like, oh, you're not vegan, I can't get to know you, I can't get to know the person that you are. Because I mean, living where I am and being where I'm from, food is a big thing.
Yeah.
So I'm vegan and I'm actually currently on Dr. B Serious's
Oh,
cleanse at the moment. I'm actually
okay.
on day 4.
No.
I'm on the cleanse because I've struggled with sometimes, wanting to have like eggs or certain things. So I'm not so cut off to a person. I'm more concerned about where a person wants to be in their life, because like I'm also transitioning, so my goal is to be raw vegan, and I'm more concerned about a person's goals and the things that they're doing to move forward in their way, because we gonna slip up from time to time, right? I think it's hard to it's for some people it's easy to go cold turkey, and once they commit, and I've been committed before, but certain, you know emotional things may or social, like when I'm out with my family, might trigger to me to kind of go off. However, my goal is to get back to it completely. So I would say I'm not completely like, no, it's a hard no. However, that is like a real good yes for me, because I'm trying to come in and build on that. I'm trying to move into that lifestyle completely, into a frequency where I'm trying to match and recreate on that level, to the point where I'm like, we don't take medicines, we don't drink alcohol, we don't. So yeah, I'm open because like there's growth, right? And where someone is now doesn't necessarily say where they're going to be in 5 months.
Okay. And hey, Rue, my question to you would be, since you do eat meat, for you go to you hit the gym up a lot. Would you consider a sister who may eat pork from time to time? She, you know what I'm saying? It may be the holidays, brother. It may be the holidays and she with her family and she want a little pork. Would you consider that? Hey, Rue.
It's challenging, but look, I'm not here to judge. Like, it's your body. You know, you do what you want to do with it. I mean, it's okay, but if you eat it all the time, it may be a problem. But if it's like something like in moderation,
Yeah.
then that's different.
Okay.
Because I don't eat pork. I don't eat no dairy products, milk, cheese, all that stuff. I don't eat none of that. I just really recently stopped eating red meat. So, I mean, then I've been on Yaki's stuff. So,
Don't.
and stuff like that. And Dr. B Serious stuff too. and KT stuff. I be on a lot of these people stuff. So
excellent.
so I have the knowledge and awareness, but until I find something that can help keep me bigger or get me bigger without eating meat, I kind of gotta rely on that for right now.
Okay, cool.
Mike can help you with that. Sorry.
Go ahead. What?
And also just wanted to add, for me too, I'm willing to consider someone, but I'm not a person that like wants to change someone's lifestyles. Like they have to also want it for themselves as well.
It's funny you say that. My last question to y'all was gonna be, me and my girl was watching an episode one time with Kevin Samuels, and the sister, she was a 6-figure earner. And she was saying, you know what? I don't mind getting with a brother who make less than me or who don't have his things together, because I'm going to help him get his things together. I'm going to help him get his own business. I'm going to help him with this. So then Kevin Samuels said, what if he doesn't want you to help him get a business? What if he's happy just being a janitor? What if he don't want you to help him get his own janitor business? And she was like, well, I never thought of it like that. People who are successful on a level financially, business-wise, they assume everybody else has those same aspirations. When some people are happy working at McDonald's, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want out of life. So my question would be, is that a turnoff if y'all get with somebody and you find out that everything appears to be good, but y'all find out that the person doesn't want to improve in certain areas, that they're happy where they're at? Should we want people to improve in every area of life, or should we accept somebody for being content with being where they're at in their life currently?
That is a difficult one. That's a touchy question. So for me, I would say that would be a turn off for me, because all my life I've just naturally want to be a person who gets better. And like I struggle when I'm like stuck in certain places, but I do want to grow. Like I look forward to growth. I look forward to that. Like that's creative to me. That's creation. However, I think it's
you gotta think about that one. That's
there's also some peace in coming to a level of wisdom once you reach the place of growth. Like I imagine that there comes to a level where you can like continue in excellence, but there's a like, maybe there is no plateau though. I don't know. That's hard for me to see a cap in excellence. That's hard for me to see.
I appreciate your honesty. I definitely do. Hey Rue, what's your thoughts on that, my brother?
No, I couldn't do it.
Could he? He said it straight up. He said it straight up. He like, nope.
Can't do it. Can't do it because I feel like, listen.
Man, you ain't even pretend like you could do it.
No, I can't do it. It's not a hard question. I can't do it because if I'm elevating and I'm bettering myself, I want somebody in my life who want to do the same thing. Because at that point, you can be everything that I want. Yeah. As far as the physical and all of that stuff, but it's a lot more to life than just being complacent. You can't be complacent. I'm sorry. I mean, if that's the life you choose to live, that's fine, but that's not the life I want to live. I feel like we need to build an empire, especially how times are now. You need a legacy for sure. And it's like, if you feel like your legacy is working at McDonald's or being a janitor or whatever the case may be, that could be your legacy. But I feel like my purpose here in this lifetime is much bigger than that.
Okay.
And I feel like, no, you got maybe you find somebody who wants the same thing for you, but that's not what I want. And I would want something better for you, and I would help you get there. And I feel like that comes with change and growth. I feel like we all have room for change and growth, but that just depends on if you choose to change and grow. It's a choice.
All right. One more question for y'all. I was gonna end it there, but I'm really enjoying it. Y'all both two amazing souls. And I appreciate y'all for adding on to this conversation And I definitely would want y'all to email hit up the email, and maybe y'all could be on the show when I start the show. Not y'all too, but I'm just saying, on the show. And because what I'm gonna do is I have a sister, and then I have like she gets a pick from like maybe 4 or 5 different brothers, and then I have certain segments where it's a brother and he gets to pick, like sort of like maybe like Love Connection. But I think Love Connection, remember back in the day, Love Connection. I'm gonna think about it. It's still, the thoughts and ideas are still there. I'm gonna work it out, but it's gonna be real good. But my last question, y'all, before I move on, and once again, I want to thank y'all for coming on here, is how important is we're talking about consciousness, raising our vibration, knowledge of self. We talked about veganism. I'm curious to how important is the sex factor to y'all when it comes to finding a mate? How important is sex? Is that the one of the most important things, or is that lower on the list because y'all feel like y'all more evolved? How does that work out with y'all?
She had to fix her glasses for that one.
Hey, Rue, you're gonna have to start this one. You let this.
Yeah.
Hey, Rue, start this one, man. Let the sister let her think about this.
Okay, so I think sex is only important when the connection is there, like when the vibe and the energy is right. Because I feel like people just casually just have sex just to be having it. Nobody like really like had like that deep connection that you're really supposed to have when it comes to sex. Because when you have sex, you're supposed to, procreate when you do that. So it wouldn't be number one. It would probably be number 2 or 3 for sure. It would probably be 2 or 3 for sure. But that connection got to be number one. I got to be mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally connected with you first, and then once all of that is good, and then the sex comes after that.
Okay. And Crystal?
So sex is a really big deal for me.
Mm-hmm.
And not and because I need to be mentally, emotionally connected. Like and so for me, sex is more than just how we think about, well, how society thinks about casual sex and just sex being this thing that could just happen. Like for me, in terms of just sex, I could get myself off, right? However, I want to create, not even if it's procreation in terms of the gestation period of creating a child, but that gestation period can also be creating some type of movement, creating some type of. So for me, sex is a really big thing, and I want full connection. Yeah, but that comes like when you have all of that full connection, the mental connection, both people know each other, then I feel it comes natural. But as a person who hasn't been intimate in a really long time, like that's a big deal for me, and I take it as very serious. Like I don't want to enter sex and have sex just for the sake of having sex.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I agree.
Definitely get it. Hey, do y'all want to leave your contact information before y'all get out of here, or y'all? It's on y'all. You don't have to, but I know people will hit y'all up like, "Hey, remember I seen you on."
That's why I'm like, I don't know what to leave.
You don't have.
Brother Richard had people internet crashing and stuff. No, hell, man. But I've been on too many of your shows to see how they be.
I'm like, I'll leave my Instagram.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Instagram, yeah. But even your DM, they hit up the DM. It's on y'all. Y'all could just wait for the show, and then it's on y'all.
I'll leave people with my Instagram. It is
okay.
Dang, I don't even remember. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Oh, it's HeyRu369_. That's
okay.
HeyRu369_.
And I'm wait, I'll give you some time. You typing it in?
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay.
HeyRu369_. Let me just write Instagram. Yeah, I put the brother Instagram. Yeah, somebody said this is a great start. I appreciate it. Yeah, I want to get off to a positive, good start. I appreciate it. Thanks for the comment. Hey, Ru's Instagram. For people who may want to reach out to the brother, HeyRu369_. And Crystal, what's your Instagram, Crystal?
So it's how my name is spelled on here, M_Chris.
Hey, hold up, y'all. M to
DAE
DAE
underscore
okay, underscore Chris, right?
KRIS.
All right. So that's the brother Hey Rules Instagram. And this is the sister right here. The sister Crystal. M to the E underscore Chris. Once again, I want to thank y'all for coming on the show. I want to thank y'all for your honesty and your transparency. It's just definitely needed. We don't need to be politically correct. We need a little bit of honesty so we can understand one another. And I want to thank both of y'all coming on, and I definitely look forward to y'all hitting up the email and maybe seeing y'all on the show one day. But thanks a lot, y'all.
Yep, and brother Rick, I will see you at the Conscious Awards. I'll be there.
Oh, excellent, excellent. I see you there, my brother. All right, peace. All right, that was good. That was good. Yeah, Bronze Beauty said I follow both of them. Yeah, there's gonna be people following them. Rich, you picked some dope people tonight. Yeah. I'm glad. I'm just gonna follow my spirit, go with the flow. Take my time with this, but make sure it's done right. Like as I'm talking to them, I'm coming up with questions for the relationship form that I will send out to y'all so we could get a good match. Like if I have y'all on the show trying to hook y'all up, I need to know if sex is number one on the list. I need to know if you ain't gonna mess with somebody who eat beef sometime or pork. I need to know if you open to long distance relationship. I need to know all these things so I could create a good match. So like I said, you could let me put the email again. The email, if you're interested in being on the show, is blackmagicshow@gmail.com. I don't have the name for the show. That's not the name for the show. That's just an email I created for the show to accept emails from y'all. But yeah, y'all hit me up. Like I said, the show won't air till May, probably May. And we're gonna do some vetting. Me and my team's gonna do some vetting with everyone, and we're gonna try to make the matches appropriate. So once y'all come on the show, it'll be real. It's not just for entertainment. Like I want somebody to say, "Yo, 10 years ago, I met so and so and Brother Rich. Man, I've been with them ever since." And this just inspires everybody in the audience as well. Put y'all on. You know how they say sometimes just being around rich people, it rubs off on you. Just listening to this conversation. There's not many conversations like the one we just had that I had with Crystal and Heru just now happening on the internet. Majority of the conversations is I'm attacking the woman, and the woman is attacking the man. That's the majority because that generates clicks and views. I might, instead of having 1,000 people, I may, depending on my audience, I may have 5,000 people, whatever. Because people, the collective consciousness is into that. They think that's what it is right now. But this is something different, and I'm thankful for this opportunity. But like I said, we're gonna do our best to match everybody, and it just won't be for entertainment. We really want y'all to hopefully find somebody, or at least get on that frequency, or get the ball rolling with that. But I appreciate the feedback from y'all in the chat. Y'all said that was a great positive card. Yeah, definitely was. And I look forward. Everything I approach from a music producer perspective. So this is why my shows, I know how to navigate my shows. I know how to not only ask good questions, but I know when to ask certain questions and when not to. So depending on the energy, I'm an empath. I'll know what to ask next, and I'll know to save that question for later because I haven't brought that emotion out of you yet. So I'll guide the show during the dating show to make it as positive and as electrifying as possible, because that's part of my gifts. I'm a music producer, and I don't just mean music. Everything is music. Me doing the show is music. So that's one of my gifts, and I'm going to do that to the best of my ability to make the show, just a real great, thank you. I appreciate it, Tyra. Like Tyra said, great conversation. TD said, this was fire. Yeah. So I'm going to do my best to navigate this and do what I do. And all y'all got to do is be honest. That's all I need from y'all is to be honest when y'all fill out these forms. That's what I need from y'all, honesty. When y'all fill out these forms. Like if you a sister, consider like just for example, Crystal says sex is real important to her. Now, a lot of women may be scared to say that because they don't want to be looked at a certain way. Because women who may have sex as a top priority, they may have people may say negative things about them. Don't lie. Don't come up here lying. Eventually, we're figured out because we'll ask so many questions. We'll figure out if you're contradicting yourself on a question form. That's what they do on the job. They ask you the same question 5 different ways. And they're hoping in one of them ways they're going to trap you and figure out that you're lying. So they ask you about your former employee in 5 different ways. And if you give contradicting answers on that, they be like, oh, this person lying. That's how you catch somebody. You ask them the same thing, but just ask them 5 different ways and see if they contradict themselves. So even if you are lying, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. You know, we'll figure out how to do that. But yes, honesty is the key to any relationship. I said that plenty of times. Yogi wrote that. You know, there's a lot of brothers out there, like for the brothers out there who want multiple women, there's mad sisters is down with that. A lot of sisters is down with that. There's sisters that want brothers to pay all the bills or whatever it is. That's the talking points is out there right now. A sister may want multiple men. And there's brothers that's down with that. So what you want is out there. Yo, you know what was dope? Well, what Crystal said, mad dope. Crystal was dropping, both of them was dropping gems. But this in particular stuck out to me. Crystal said, I know what I want is out there because I exist. Shit. That shit was deep. Do y'all get that? I know what I want is out there. It wouldn't be out there if I didn't. Yo, that shit, I ain't know if y'all caught that. She said something else, but she said, I know what I want is out there because I exist. I said, damn, she's on it. She's on it. Because, you know, our problem in life is we always trying to figure out the hows. How I'm going to get this? How I'm going to get that? Is it possible? Is this possible? It's for the mere fact that you exist. It's possible. You wouldn't even have that desire if it wasn't possible. Reverend Ike said, what you want, what you looking for is looking for you. You think you looking for it is looking for you. Like, nigga, if you just get on this frequency a little bit more, I could come to you. I could just come to you if you just get a little bit, if you just think a little more positive, if you just go by your day a little bit better, I could come to you. So it's, man, I mean, wow. Yeah. Yeah, this was good. I'm gonna get one more brother and sister on here before I get out of here. I see one more. We're gonna get one more group on here, a brother and sister. And then we're gonna get out of here after this. But I want to thank, let me get your names. Let me get your names. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right.
Yes, sir. How you doing, brother?
Okay, I see your names now. All right. Brother, what's your name? Is Kimberly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Kimberly, and what's your name, sister? Willette?
Yes.
Okay, Willette, Kimberly. All right. You heard the show. I seen you in the background. What's your thoughts on this whole concept? Not only that, but what you see going on in the social media world and the world in general with the black man and black woman, Kimberly and Willette.
Okay. Should I go first?
You want to go first? Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Let me just say this. I'm a woman of a certain age. I'm actually 57. I'll be 58 next month. So thank you, Brother Rich, for what you're doing, because everything happens for a reason. I have a 6-year-old, even though I've been out of the dating scene for over a decade. He's adopted. And what I find is that even though I grew up in a family where my mother and my father were together all my life, they're still together to this day. And what I find is if we allow society to dictate what we should be, we allow that to become a part of our, oh, I got to be this, I got to do that, or I'm an independent black woman. You know what I'm saying? We can allow all of those things to interfere what is in our innate nature. And I'm going to say that I was a product of that. And it wasn't until recently that I actually opened myself up to be not even vulnerable, but just to be open to love. You understand what I'm saying? And it's because something happened with my 6-year-old, because he's a boy and I'm not a man. I never tried to be a man. You know what I'm saying? But I know how Black women get, because I am one. It's like, okay, I don't need a man. I mean, I would like one. I don't need a man, and I can do this. And I always knew that I couldn't show him how to be a man. So, but what something happened recently where, because everything in social media, in the TVs and the cartoons, it can actually persuade your child to be what they're not. But if you know what I'm saying, to actually, because he said something recently that how did he put it? Oh, he said he liked boys. And I said, how do you know what you like? You're only 6 years old. You understand what I'm saying? But that had an effect on me, because it was like, because I can't show him how to be a man. It's like, and I'm not saying that I am a failure, but I know how I felt. I felt like I was failing as a parent, because the media is now dictating, and I homeschool him too. You understand what I'm saying? So I see how it's definitely having an effect on our children. And the strong, masculine Black man is now a dying breed in our society. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like they've been trying to push that Black man out the picture from way back in the days. You understand? And now I can see how they're kind of succeeding at it. And it's like, I don't want to be that statistic that says, oh, I can do it on my own, because I can't. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be a man. I don't want to be a man. I'm not the most feminine woman, but I don't want to be a man. And they're trying to let women feel, especially Black women, because we can do it. We got the education, we got all that other stuff, but as if we don't need a man. And I don't like that. I don't want to be a part of that. You understand? So I thank you for what you're doing, Brother Rich, because it's very needed in our society.
I thank you for coming on here and your transparency with what you're experiencing right now. Well, definitely. Kimberly, you want to add on to the question that I asked my brother?
Sure. I appreciate the queen for her transparency, and I'm just here to let you know, as a single Black man, you don't have to feel like you have to be a man. We right here. We right here. Brother Rich, I just appreciate everything you're doing, man. I think as human beings, we're not perfect. But if we can attack whatever it is we're doing with a pure heart and with good intent, God will bless it. You know what I mean? So that's like, I think the key into finding somebody who compliments you is just being pure yourself. Like for instance, Rich, I remember a long time ago,
in and out.
Like the jewelry.
Your audio's in and out, Kimberly. Your audio. Is there anything you could do to?
I apologize. Is that better?
No, you might have to go out and come back in. Sometimes that helps.
Okay.
Yeah, do that. Go out and come back in, my brother, and then. All right. Let that brother come back in. And while we wait for that brother, Willette, in terms of what you said, and in terms of what some of the brothers' biggest complaint, like I was watching something, and there's a group called the Passport Brothers, right? And they say that those brothers go overseas to get women because they say the women are more feminine and they have more feminine qualities and traits than American women. So based on what you just say, how do you feel about a brother going overseas because he says he can't get a feminine woman in the States? And also, why do you think you may have developed, as you said, some traits that some people may consider masculine?
Well, I think what it is I think it's a mentality.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I think that because of look, I was married before, you
Mhm.
know, and when I was married, it was not like I felt like he had to be paid the rent. He had to, because I was always considered a person that was like, you know, if we young, because I got married in my 20s, I was like, we young, you could, you know, if you can't pay all the rent, or if I have to pay the rent, which is what I did for the majority of the relationship, that's what I was willing to do. And I think that the reason why some men may think that women are more masculine here is because, like I said, we are indoctrinated. You know what I'm saying? And not so much now because there's so much conscious information out there, but we are sometimes indoctrinated to the point where we're beginning to behave the way that they are projecting onto us. You see what I'm saying?
That's it. Well, okay,
You
okay,
know, and then
okay.
sometimes we take on that trait and don't even realize that's what we're doing.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I think that and it's like I can't be concerned about what other people think. If that's where you feel you need to go as a black man, then do that. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? If that's where you feel you have to go, that's fine. I really am so accepting of everything because like the young lady said, I know he's out there because I'm here. And I love that
Yeah, that
statement.
was
Like
dope.
you
Yeah.
said,
Mhm.
that is the truest statement ever.
Mhm.
Because let me tell you, Brother Rich, when I tell you I just opened my heart to this possibility, I'm talking literally like within the last 7 days.
Yo, yeah.
Yes. And then I'm saying, and you have this dating, I could not believe it. I was like, wow.
Stan.
Wow. Yes. But and let me tell you this also. I would I don't even think I would have ever considered the possibilities because I'm very happy. I have a very fulfilling life, right? I'm retired. I worked for transit for 30 something years. Used to be in New York. I used to be a conductor, train operator, and I was supervisor. But
Mhm.
anyway, and I think I was putting out that energy
Mm.
of not not needing a man. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And not
Mhm.
even realizing that I was doing it.
Mhm.
And it wasn't until my 6-year-old said I don't even want to say it, said what he said that I
Mhm.
even opened myself up to the possibilities.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
it was amazing because I was just listening to a YouTube channel right before you came on. And then I was like, Brother Rich gonna be live? And he's talking about dating. I said, you know, that ain't nothing but the source. You know what I'm saying? That ain't
Yeah.
nothing but source just connecting
Uh-huh.
to what I literally, I must truly be open. And I'm
Mm.
not even gonna lie to you. I didn't even realize I was closed.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? I got so comfortable in it that I
Yeah.
didn't even realize I was closed.
Wow. That's so it's like a subconscious behavior that's going
Yes.
on.
Yes.
Mm.
Especially because, you know, they tell you, excuse me, that the possibilities of a woman being with a man is more women than men. So they tell you all of these
All it
statistics,
yeah.
and you begin to psychologically take it
Yeah.
on. Okay, well, I'm not. Well, I'm happy already. So, you know, leave it for somebody else. No, there's somebody for me. You
Yo.
know what I'm saying? There's enough. you
Will
know?
Willette, let me tell you,
Yeah.
them statistics will destroy all your hopes and
Ooh,
ambition.
who you telling?
I mean, when they come up with that's and they got the charts and it's go, you be like, damn, I ain't got no chance.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
heard I heard about brothers who come from the projects. I'm like,
Yes.
shit, I don't stand a chance. I had to get into this information. I would have been a rap. Shit,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Let me see. I think the brother Kimberly is back. Let me see if Kimberly, are you there, my brother? Yeah, I think he's Kimberly. Yeah, he may.
It's like he has no volume.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah,
hear you now.
yeah.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
I hear you,
All
brother.
right, all right. Is that a little better? Is that clear?
Yeah. You sound
Definitely.
clear now. Yes, brother. Yes,
Yes.
All right, all right, all right. I'm gonna make it quick, man.
yes, sir.
Yeah, I remember a long time ago, you was talking about a particular chain that was your pops chain, and you kind of wear that
That's right.
in it. Yeah, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I just want to let you know, man, is little things like that where if you can connect with, let's say, like the opposite sex, man, we don't do everything perfect. You know, we're spiritual beings experiencing a human experience. And so if you can connect with people who understand your struggle, understand your past, and is willing to invest, not so much money, because everybody can say, hey, I made this much amount of money and I need somebody to compliment me. I'm a go-getter and this, that, and the third. That's cool. You know what I mean? That's cool. But sometimes if you can meet somebody who understand what you've been through, sometimes money is not the, let's say, the level up status. Sometimes if you can find somebody who sympathize with what you've been through and where you're going and see your future and believe in your future, then things can happen. You know what I mean? And so I just feel like we don't have to necessarily have a certain status, just the level of transparency and honesty. You don't have to come to the table with any lies or any fear that somebody's gonna judge you. You know, I feel like everybody's meant to find their significant other. You know what I mean? And it won't be a struggle. Whether it's 2 people, whether it's 5 people you end up with, you know, however the universe works for you. I feel like if you're pure with your intent and you're honest and that person respects that, you'll be good. Everything will be fine.
Let me ask y'all this. A couple of questions before we get out of here. Do y'all ever feel like, because I hear people express this concern. I brought up the Passport Brothers a little earlier. Do you ever feel like the situation with the black man and the black woman looks so bad right now that you may consider, and not to say that it's a bad thing, but would you consider dating outside your race? Like maybe at one time you was super pro black and you was like, hell no. But do you think that after so many years of being by yourself, it may weigh on you and you may begin to say, shit, time is running out. Maybe I should consider people from other, and I'm not just white, but people from all over the world. It could be Mexico, it could be Asia, it could be Brazil, it could be Africa. But would you consider people from other continents because things in America look so lost right now in terms of relationships?
May I speak?
Good. Well, yes, please.
Okay. I thought about that question. I know that I've always been attracted to the black man. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. It is something about an African American black man that really does resonate with me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying other black men are not off the table. But what it is, I don't know. I can't even explain it. It's just like, you know how you like a certain color?
Yeah.
Like that color. It's something that comes with the black man. I don't know if it's the experience that we went through generationally that I connect with. But I just know that there's something with the black man to me that's just so sexy. And I think it's probably because after all we've gone through, for a black man to still have their integrity, to still have their confidence, and to still have their that confidence and masculinity, it just is so sexy to me. So I think that's what it does. That's what it is for me.
I love your honesty, Willette. You got this honest spirit to you. Like I love it. You just like you. I can see why you said you got this fresh energy and you ready. You like, listen, I'm here. I'm gonna be honest. Let's get it on. So I appreciate it.
Feeling me, Rich? Like I
feel you.
I'm serious. I'm not playing. I was just talking to my girlfriend on the phone and I was telling her, she said, you know, we're going to do this manifestation, these moon rituals. We just gonna get all into it because it's like, I feel like now is the time, you know, and it's not going to be anybody because that's not who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I know that I could be with any man. It has to be that man. You know what I'm saying? It has to be the one. and I'm finally ready, and I'm happy. It's like this is like divine intervention right now with you coming up with um, this dating show right at this time, and I was like, I gotta call Brother Rich. I gotta be. I'm sitting here saying, if I get on his show, then it really is connecting me with something. So I'm like, so much for what you're doing. It's like so necessary because I'm telling you, social media, I don't even watch the news, but mainstream media, all of them are trying to discourage us from reaching the essence of our true power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all we have to do is think it and feel it, and we're going to create it. You know, and just stay true to that.
Did you copy the email that I left?
I sent the email already, Brother Rich.
Yo, Willette ain't here to play games. Hey, Willette, I'm gonna make sure I get you on that show. I'm gonna remember, sis. I'm gonna make sure. Trust me. Whatever you doing with your manifestations, your magic, the force is strong within you. The force is strong within you. I feel it, sis. I'm gonna get you on that show.
Definitely, Brother Rich.
Kimberly, could you answer? You didn't answer that yet. The considering other continents, people from other continents, because things in this country are looking so, what's that word, dear or dire or whatever? What's your thoughts, my brother? Yeah.
Shit, man. Honestly, in the words of Bobby Hemmett, this shit is over.
Go ahead, explain, brother. Explain.
Well, first of all, I appreciate the queen energy. I see the sacred geometry on the wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's dope. And also, what I mean by that is, this is a spiritual war now. You know, we see with the powers that be, it's a war on humanity, brother Rich. You know, it's a whole war on humanity. And so I think we have to think along the lines of past the human body, the 3D experience. Like, for instance, like when you was asking a question about like the young lady's diet.
Yes.
Shoot, man, one way we can help monitor our diet is by actually fasting, not eating shit. Get having the body detox naturally on its own. You know, the body is a very intelligent, you know what I mean, piece of equipment. And so I feel like sometimes fasting and not eating food, because there's a war on the food too. A lot of people saying, yeah, I'm vegan and, you know, I eat a lot of plants. They spray a lot of pesticides and a whole bunch of shit on them plants. And there's a whole lot of microscopic pesticides and just a whole bunch of bugs and shit that you don't even see, that you're ingesting, that you're juicing, thinking you healthy, but that stuff is just as poisonous as the meat. So I feel like if we can try to tap into going long periods of time without actually eating anything or drinking anything, you know what I mean, and then come out of it and then eat, just getting
Kimberly,
getting our bodies.
Kimberly, a lot of people in the chat saying you're not answering the question. Is there, because you said this shit over, is there an answer for you, or you just like fuck it?
Nah, yeah, you gotta deal with somebody who's spiritually on the same wave as you are. Like the physical, this world, as far as we know it, to me, it's over. Like everything that I do, I actually live out. That's why, like the person that I just found who I'm with, we're the same age, and she just gave me her virginity. Like, I'm 39, and the young lady is 39. And I said all that to say that sounds impossible to somebody. Like, man, how you meet somebody that ain't ever had no sex before? That da da da. Like the young lady said, since I exist, you know what I mean? Your significant other will exist too. You know what I mean? But that's I'm isolated for that reason. I literally live my life how the greater ones, the ancestors like Bobby Hemmett, how they poured into me. And my girl, she just on the same wave I'm in. So it's like when you're actually living it out, you tend to get isolated. So it's important to meet somebody who definitely understand you and where you're going. But as far as like this world, I ain't gonna say I live like off the grid or nothing. I'm not. I don't have survival packs and shit set up, and I need to, cause I seen your show where you had the brothers up here coming with survival gear, and if this shit ended tomorrow, how much food you need. You know what I mean? I watch your shows, Brother Rich. So you've had a wide range of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I get it, but I'm one of those. I really live this shit. So
Listen, I appreciate, like I said, I just, this is family. This is an example of what I need when y'all contact me. I need honesty. Brother Kimberly's coming. He's being 100% who he is. He like, fuck it, man. This shit over. And Willette is being honest with who she is. And this is what I need. I appreciate this. Listen, I want y'all, is there anything y'all would like to say? Because I'm about to wrap up the show before y'all get out of here. I don't know if y'all want to leave a Instagram or anything, or if y'all just want to tell the people something. Willette, I told you I'm definitely going to get you on the show. But any last words before we get out of here?
My last words is to you, Brother Rich. I mean, I love what you do. I mean, you are inspiration to me, and I just appreciate your journey, being a part of my journey, and now being able to officially, say thank you, Rich. And to the people out there, like this is a whole conscious vibe, and I love it, and I so appreciate it, and I'm just saying thank you.
Thank you. Any contact info? Or you want to wait for the show? You don't.
I wait for the show.
Okay, all right. And Kimberly, any last words before we get out of here, my brother?
No, man. Other than what the Queen said, brother. I feel like meeting you was a personal bucket list of mine. I think of you in the lights of a celebrity, man. You've been putting in the work for years, and so I just piggyback off the Queen Willette.
Indeed. All right, so thank y'all, and I'm gonna see y'all next time. Willette, I'll see you. I'll contact you soon, Willette.
All right, appreciate you, Brother Rich.
Peace, Kimberly. Peace, my brother. Peace.
All right, bro.
Man, what a show, y'all! What a show! What a show, right, y'all? That's how we gonna start it off. That's how we started off so far, family. It's been, I mean, that was a great introduction to what I'm going to create with the show. Like I said, the brother Red Pill, he's coming with an app. And we just want to make it easier for our people who are on a certain frequency to find each other. Like I said earlier, none of us have perfect relationships. I don't want you to think we're approaching this as relationship experts, because we're not relationship experts. I told y'all, we all go through what we go through. None of us are perfect. I do have experience. I do have a lot of experience. I've been in a relationship for 18 years. I'm thankful for that. One thing about me, y'all, I appreciate my stability. That allows me having stability, that allows me to do my magic. If I don't have my stability, then that like none could fuck with me because I have my stability. You know what I'm saying? None could fuck with me because my home is peace. It's peaceful. You know what I'm saying? And I can't. It can't be like that if I'm all over the place. If my energy's scattered and stuff like that. So having stability is important for me, but we all have different things that's important to us. And that's why, like I said, email me and we're going to send you a question form and we're going to figure out what's important to everybody. And based on what's important to you, we're going to match you. Hold on, let me put this email up here. Black Magic Show at. Based on what's important to you, we're going to match you with somebody who has the same things that are important. So if you're interested, like I said, the show will probably start in May. And if you're interested, email blackmagicshow@gmail.com. We'll get back to you. Me and my team will get back to you. We're sending out a question form. You'll have to fill it out. And and we're gonna make it happen. Somebody once again, somebody said I'm ready for the app. I'm not. Well, I don't know. Eventually, I might work on the app. I don't know, but right now, what I'm talking about is a show. I'm gonna air a dating show on this channel. So just so you know, the people who are contacting the email is to be on this show. Yo, Willette, wasn't that such a beautiful sister? A beautiful soul. That sister said, listen, I'm ready. She was, and you could tell when somebody finally gets it, and she's like, yo, I get this shit. I'm ready. And she's like, yo, I'm at this age. I think the sister says she's like 57. She looked young. She looked much younger than what she is. I didn't know the sister was that old, but the sister was like, and not to say that that's old, but I'm just saying the sister looked young. The sister's like, yeah, I'm ready. So that it's beautiful to see that. And maybe that's why the doors is opening up for her and she was able to get through on the show. And now she's going to be on the show. Is because you have that when you're that honest and you have that level of clear. Remember what I said there, the two main ingredients to manifesting things in this realm is clear intention and elevated emotion. And you could tell her energy was elevated. And when I say emotion, I just mean energy and motion. Her energy was elevated and she had a clear intention. And that's what it takes. So I want to thank everybody. It was great energy tonight. I want to thank my guides for inspiring me to do this show. My guides, my ancestors. Somebody mentioned my father earlier. This was my father's piece right here, and it got passed down to me. I've had this since I was born. This has been around for a long time. He was an Aries. My father was an Aries. That's why it's the GOAT. My pops was an Aries. So I come from an Aries and a Cancer. My mother was a Cancer. My father was an Aries. But yeah, like I said, if you want to be on the show, hit up that email. Let me put that email on one more time. Hit up the email. What y'all thought about? Let me see what y'all thought about the show. Let me see what y'all talking about. This is interesting. Prince David, Rising Greatness with Prince David. He said, why do we constantly curse ourselves by saying we are not perfect? So are you a defect? How do we claim to be divine beings yet claim we are not complete? That is excellent, my brother. Sometimes I make that mistake trying to sometimes that's a great point, David. That's an amazing point. Sometimes I make that mistake in my attempt to relate to people. In my attempt to relate to everybody else, I make that mistake by saying that. When in order to help them, I need to vibrate high. I need to not come low. I need to stay high so they can see something different. I'm going to keep that in mind every day for the rest of my life. This this dude here, I don't even want to curse when you say that, but I'm going to keep that in mind. Thanks for reminding me of that. We all need reminders because we are perfect and whole. They told us we were born in sin. We are perfect and whole. I read this book like it's my Bible. This is my Bible. Let me show y'all something. I read this book all the time. This book is dirty because I read it a lot. The I Am Discourses. This book is always close by to me. So let me just read you something real quick. This is like, hold up. Let me read this real quick. Like I can't say enough how glad I am that this brother wrote that. And I don't know if he was talking about me or somebody, one of the callers that say that, but to be that bold to say that, I really appreciate that. But let me read this. Let me read. And this is there's different volumes of this book. This is the I Am Discourses by Ascendant Master Saint Germain. Listen, our stuff been plagiarized so much, and this is volume 3. You see the 3? This is volume 3. There's different volumes. Our stuff been plagiarized so much. I don't know who Saint Germain is. I don't know if it was a brother or not. I don't know if he really, but what I do know is the information in this book resonates immensely with me. But let me read something based on what Prince David said with this. And thank you for the super chat, by the way, my brother. I appreciate that, Prince. Do. Let me read this. See, I'm gonna read you something that's underlined. Wait, hold up. Where is it at? I can't. Why I can't? Damn, what's wrong? All right, where is it at? Let me see. Okay, yeah, all right. Y'all see, I got underline. All right. Stop, I say to you, giving power to the outer conditions, person, places, or things. And in the name of God, every time you find yourself starting to say, I am sick, I am broke, I am not feeling well, instantly reverse this fatal condition to your progress and declare silently with all the intensity of your being, I am, which is all health, opulence, perfection, happiness, peace, and the power to recognize perfection in yourself and everywhere else. When you think of the expression I am, it means that you know you have God in action, expressing in your life. Thank you, my brother. I really appreciate that. I don't think I will say that no more. I appreciate it. I be trying to, relate to people and I be lowering my vibration and shit. So I appreciate you for reminding me of that. Yeah, words are seeds. Yeah. Like I said, wonderful show. We all learned. I learned. Shit. Prince David done, told me about, nigga, what you doing? But listen, hey, I appreciate the show. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. Seeing a lot of positive comments. I see wait, damn, the chat moves so fast. Where is this at? Alchemy. I know Alchemy, she's a regular. I see you on the show a lot. So I will keep a in the regulars, I keep an eye out for you. So Alchemy, I know you saying you email me. I'll definitely keep a lookout for your email. I appreciate your support. You always support and watching the show. So I definitely appreciate it. Prince David said, life and death is in the power of the tongue. Our creator has not made a mistake on us. We are awesomely made in every way, and we must be accountable for our action, thoughts, and words at all times. We are the chosen. Rise up, my people. Indeed. Can't thank you enough. Well, somebody said, Brother Rich goes with his heart, intuition, and that is why he's abundant. He's not in competition with any other YouTubers, and he's all about coming together. He's not selfish, and that's why I rock. No, that's facts. That's 100% facts. I'm focused on me. I'm 100% focused on my journey and what I'm doing and being the greatest version of myself. And you can ask my lady, like, I'm totally focused and dedicated to what I do. Like, I don't have much of a social life at all. Like, it's this, what people will consider work, and it's my family. Other than that, I don't have a social life. I don't need one at this point in my life. I don't desire one. I just desire to be the best at what I do. It gives me great pleasure when people tell me that, Brother Rich, you one of the best interviewers in the world. Brother Rich, you ask some of the best questions in the world. That it gives me pleasure. That makes me feel like I'm fulfilling my job. In terms of what I'm doing with my music production as well. So, you can't be in competition with anybody because nobody else is you. Nobody else can do what you could do. So, nobody could do what I could do. Nobody could do what the next brother or the next brother, We're all so uniquely wonderful that we need to embrace that uniqueness about ourselves. And I think that's what the mistake we made. To compete with somebody is to say that somebody's just like you, when that's not the case at all. So appreciate your uniqueness. Appreciate your originality. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm about to get out of here, but I'm gonna have a good night tonight. Good time meditating, doing what I do tonight. I want the rest of y'all to enjoy the night as well. I should be back with a show tomorrow. I'm not sure who I'm going to have on the show tomorrow, but thanks for tuning in. Once again, if you are interested in being on a dating show, you could email me at blackmagicshow@gmail.com. Like I said, hopefully it should air in May. We're going to try to make it, as aesthetically pleasing, as good as possible. I might even have to do some shows might have to be in person. Some of them will be like the Zoom for the people that are long distance. Some of them might have to be in person. We might have to do like have like a live studio audience or something. Who knows where we're going to take this? But I'm building a multimedia empire, and we're going to be touching on different aspects, and of entertainment, of education, of just different things that our people will benefit from, and that we could appreciate and just enjoy our leisure time watching. So it's not just going to be about me doing interviews all the time. Eventually I'm gonna get into documentaries. I told you all about the documentary God Frequency. Y'all know I'm in the music. I'm a music producer. We'll be doing movies. We'll have all types of things. You know, we do shows where we do live readings, whether it's numerology, whether it's tarot reading, whether, you know, just different things. So we're building. I understand how important of a tool media is, and I'm going to utilize it to the best of my ability to fulfill my mission while I'm in this avatar called Brother Rich, and while I'm down here in this realm. But I am perfection, like the brother said. I am perfection no matter where I go in this universe. I am perfection. No matter how I look, what avatar I got, how tall I am, how short I am, how fat I am, how skinny I am, whatever I am, wherever I roam, I will eternally be perfection. And I'm thankful for that energy. On that note, signing out, ladies and gentlemen, peace and blessings. Peace.